Let's just dive right into this today because we are tackling something I know pretty much all of us struggle with at some point. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Do you ever wake up and you're already feeling completely overwhelmed by the daily demands of life? You've got these big dreams, these grand plans for your health, your career, your personal growth. But by the time you actually find a free moment, you are entirely out of gas, just completely run over by everyone else's needs. Well, you're absolutely in the right place. Today we're looking at some incredible research-backed methods to take back control of your life and actually achieve those goals, literally one brick at a time.
So let's start with a really simple, undeniable truth. You can't hit a target you don't see. I mean, it sounds totally obvious, right? But the vast majority of people out there try to manage their biggest, most important goals entirely in their heads. And the research is crystal clear on this. Keeping your goals stuck up in your mind practically guarantees failure. We think we're being productive just by thinking about our goals, but actually, scratch that, we are really just obscuring the target.
I want you to take a second and really ask yourself this. How might your life change if you finally took control of your time? Imagine shifting from that feeling of being completely powerless, where your day just dictates you, to a state where you're the master of your own personal momentum. A place where you wake up knowing exactly what you're building. It's a profound shift, and I promise you it is entirely within your reach. To get us there, here is our quick roadmap for today's explainer. We'll start with the goal-setting trap. Move into Rule 1, write it down. Then Rule 2, fire your family. Followed by the will and the way. And wrap up with master the Hot 15 rule.
All right, let's jump right into Section 1, the goal-setting trap, and the mental chaos of unwritten goals.
The absolutely crucial point to understand here is this. When a goal stays in your head, it isn't really a goal yet. It's just a thought. And what happens to thoughts? They compete with a million other things you're trying to remember. It's competing with what to make for dinner, that email you forgot to send, picking up the kids from school. Your dreams end up at the very bottom of the priority list, just drowning in daily chaos. This trap leaves you feeling completely run over by everyone else's demands, and it keeps you permanently stuck in the problem stage instead of moving toward a real solution.
Which brings us to Section 2, Rule 1, write it down. This is exactly how we escape that mental trap.
To pull this off, there is an exact neuroscientific process you need to follow. It is not just about quickly jotting a note on your phone. Step 1, you write it down with a physical pencil. Step 2, read it silently to yourself. Step 3, read it out loud. And Step 4, actively visualize yourself doing it. Now, why all these hyper-specific steps? Because this repetition triggers something called Hebbian learning. You are literally building physical circuitry in your brain, wiring that goal directly into your subconscious. You're taking the target out of the fog and painting it bright neon red.
Okay, moving on to Section 3, Rule 2, fire your family and take accountability. I know, that sounds a little intense, but stick with me here. Listen, firing your family doesn't mean literal firing or cutting loved ones out of your life. What it actually means is cutting the umbilical cord of seeking their validation. We so often wait around for our partners or parents to be our biggest cheerleaders. But you know what? If they don't fully understand your goal, or they just don't share your specific vision, they genuinely can't support you the way you need. Your dreams are your sole responsibility, not theirs. Taking full accountability means you completely stop using their lack of enthusiasm as an excuse to stall your own progress.
Let's transition to the solution phase in Section 4, the will and the way. We're looking at the two critical elements required to achieve any goal, pulling from some incredible research by Dr. Elliot Berkman at the University of Oregon. Dr. Berkman's research shows that achieving any goal requires two very distinct elements. First, we have the will. This is your deeply personal why. It's that core emotional drive, like wanting to be healthy and strong so you can literally dance at your kids' weddings one day. It's beautiful and it's essential, but it is not enough on its own. Then we have the way. Imagine a path from where you are right now to the person you want to become. The way is the actual, concrete path of bricks you must physically lay down to bridge that gap. So the will gives you the energy for sure, but the way requires daily, tangible action. And how exactly do we start laying those bricks? That brings us to our final section, master the Hot 15 rule. This is how we master momentum.
Just look at this number, 15. This is your ultimate weapon. The biggest excuse we all make is falling into the overcomplication trap. We think we need these massive blocks of free time, like 2 or 3 uninterrupted hours, to make any real progress. But the research shows you only need a remarkably short 15 minutes to lay a single brick on your path. Just 15 minutes, ideally in the morning before the rest of the world wakes up and steals your attention.
So, how does this actually fit into your crazy busy life? Where can you steal back 15 minutes? Well, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can find it sitting in a doctor's waiting room, or riding on the subway, or honestly, my personal favorite, first thing in the morning before you even glance at your phone. It's really all about seizing these tiny, hidden pockets of time and using them deliberately.
So what does laying a brick actually look like in practice? Let's say your big goal is writing a book. Your Hot 15 doesn't mean writing a perfect polished chapter. It means sitting at your desk for 15 minutes and typing. Even if literally all you type is, I don't know what to write, you are laying the brick of showing up. Or if your goal is getting healthy, your brick is just taking a simple 15-minute walk. It is highly achievable, hyper-focused action, no excuses.
In this distinction right here, this is everything. As Professor Angela Duckworth teaches us regarding grit and elite performance, the secret is not intensity. Intensity is just an unsustainable burst of effort that almost always leads to burnout. The real secret is consistency, laying one brick, and then another, and then another. And the absolute best part about this, if life intervenes, if you get sick or hit a rut, you haven't lost your progress. Those bricks you laid, they're still right there waiting for you. You only truly lose if you don't come back to lay the next one.
To guarantee you actually lay that daily brick, the science points to a concept called implementation intentions. Now, this simply means timing your habits by pairing your new, smallest action with something you already do every single day without fail. For example, right after you finish your morning cup of coffee, you immediately go for that 15-minute walk. You're just using an established, automatic habit as the trigger for your brand new brick.
I want to leave you with this incredibly powerful thought to chew on. Every time you show up, you are casting a vote for the person you want to become. Every 15-minute block, every single brick. It might feel so small in the moment, but those votes compound. Your daily, tiny actions are what actually shape your entire identity over time. You are literally building yourself day by day. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to pass the baton directly over to you with one final question. What is the very first brick you will lay today? You have the roadmap now. You understand the science of the will and the way. You know you only need 15 minutes, so please don't wait for tomorrow. Decide right now, take back your time, and go lay that first brick.